What is up, yo? You are joining me for part 2 of how to make more money in your 20s. Here are 5 more tips. The first video went a bit long. How to make more money in your 20s. And when you finish this one, and you haven't watched the first one, you can watch the first one after you finish this one. Number 6, become a freelancer. No, not one of those. At the risk of sounding like one of those YouTubers that I was talking about at the beginning that's just pumping you up without even knowing you, saying, yeah, you can do this, you've got some skills. You can definitely do something. What are your skills? A website that I use to be a freelancer is a website called Fiverr.com. I do my voiceover work there. I don't do anything to promote myself. I just let Fiverr do the work for me. Maybe you can't do voiceover, but I can assure you, you can definitely do something. Let's have a little look. Okay, so here we are on the Fiverr website. Let's see what we can find here. Let's explore the marketplace. Let's look at lifestyle. Okay, so we've got astrology and psychics. Not sure about that. We've got online tutoring, game coaching. What's even that? What's game coaching? I will coach you in Fortnite tournaments. Wow, that's a job. Starting at 387. I will coach you at Valorant as a Radiant and Pro at FPS games. I don't even know what that is. But this guy is charging £23.21, a starting price. So the best sellers, the people that make the most money on Fiverr, the people that are adding extras to their gigs. But this guy has had 428 reviews. So that means 428 people have paid him £23 to do his coaching at Valorant and Radiant. What else have we got here? Life coaching. I will be your life coach. I'll be your life coach. I will transform your life. This guy's got 68 people to pay him at least £38.69. I will be a good listener. Let's find out what she's got to offer. Are you looking for someone who would just listen to you and give advice or suggestions only when you ask for it? And that too, an honest one, well, you're at the right place. A 30-minute chat with her costs £15.47. I mean, come on, you can probably just listen to somebody and chat to them for half an hour for £15. I will be your guide life coach friend. You can pay this guy to be your friend. Incredible. I will be your Tinder coach. Select photos. Incredible. I will buy and send anything you want from India. I mean, I think we get the point here. You can literally do anything on Fiverr. How about sing happy birthday? We've got loads of people that will sing happy birthday for you. So if nothing else, you can sing happy birthday to somebody. As with anything, the more effort you put in, the better the results will be. If you spend time crafting your thumbnails, crafting your gigs, answering frequently asked questions, then you're going to do much better than somebody who just puts up something and just hopes for the best. A friend of mine put up a gig to be a graphic designer. He was clearly in a really saturated niche and didn't get any work from it. So you'll have to go through the hard work of finding what works, what doesn't work, what are the things that you can do to improve the visual aspect of your gig. You can add videos. If you put the effort in, then you get much better results. You can even find somebody on Fiverr who will coach you through your Fiverr gigs. Meta. Number 2, tell people what work you're willing to do. If you start telling people that you're a maths tutor, me, or an electrician, my mate John, or willing to do some gardening work or whatever it is, Callum, then people will pass your name on. Find someone older who doesn't want to do or can't do something that you're willing to do instead. As a teacher, I saw both sides of this. I saw friends of mine that either didn't have the time to do their gardening, to mow the lawn, to look after the plants and that kind of thing, or they just didn't want to. It wasn't worth their time. So they would pay somebody just out of school to do it for them. Former student of mine in his early 20s would just ask his ex-teachers, hey, is there anything I can do around the house? Maybe build you a wall in your garden or do some construction work for you or whatever it is. And people would take him up on it. If you're part of some kind of organization, a church or a sports team, then ask around. Ask to see if somebody's willing to hire you to do something. Number 3, buy in bulk and sell for a profit. And my wife has done this. She ordered some resistance bands with her logo on from a website called Alibaba.com, and she was able to bulk buy them from China, and she was able then to sell them on for profit. Except for the most part, she just give them away. Business 101. This one does require you to have an outlet to sell to people. Selling to your friends and to your family isn't a long-term solution, but it could get you started. Another thing is, if you're sweet and lovely like my wife, you'll just want to give the stuff away. That'll eat away at your profit margin, but if you watched my last video, then maybe it's a good thing to do. An even more immediate start is to start flipping things on Facebook Marketplace. I've made over £400 this year from flipping things on Facebook Marketplace with very little effort. It's just things I happen to have that I was just selling and made a profit on. How much profit you can make from this will massively depend on the area that you live in and what you're trying to flip. You may have seen YouTube videos about people making thousands of dollars flipping couches, but those results aren't guaranteed for you. You'll have to try and figure out what you can sell in your area and what kind of price point you can sell it for. I know in my area, things like couches and baby stuff really struggle to sell because so many people are just giving them away for free. So if there's so many people giving them away for free, then it makes it really hard to actually convince someone to actually buy it from you. So you'll have to figure out what you can sell to make the most profit. Number 5 is become a social media manager. Now, I wasn't going to include this one because it just sounds too scammy for me. But it turns out that this is a legitimate way of making money. I haven't done this personally, but I've recently met some people who own a business selling cakes and they outsource all their social media to other people and they're happy to pay a few £100s a month in order to do that. This can range from posting to TikTok, to Facebook, to Instagram, replying to DMs, and maybe even shaping the way that the future of the company is going. You could ask some local businesses that don't seem to have much of an online presence if you could do the social media marketing for them and see what they say. You could even go back to Fiverr and see if you can find any luck there. If you've watched all the way this far and you think, it all seems like too much effort to me, then you don't deserve extra money in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s. If you want to keep watching stuff that sounds easy and think, yeah, I'll do that one day, then carry on. But it'll only leave you disappointed and disillusioned. Even if you just do one thing from this video, your future self will thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And one last thing, if you had a whole load of anxiety around the point where I said the most important thing you can do in your 20s is to make extra money, then go easy on yourself. There's more to life than money. Check out that video for more information.
The more videos you put out, the more views you get.